It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Huskies burner at wide receiver. He's coming off one of the best weeks we'll ever see, well over 200 yards receiving. It's the Huskies and the Ravens, next on Madden NFL 24.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Toronto Huskies taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. With that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Now 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second down, another run with Taylor. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser Bowser blowing that play up.
Guys, Bowser represents one of the most experienced members of the Ravens pass rush, and Baltimore needs him to make a jump back to what he had done in the past. Only a couple of sacks last season, limited by injuries.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Oh, nice move. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Partner, you know when we call the game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Again, Jackson. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Ravens are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a pause, so there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Jackson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Edwards will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a... There he goes, right side. Big strides, look at him go. And touchdown! Jelani Woods, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Huskies are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. That certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's got this down to the 35. With that, he matches his receiving yards from a week ago. We still have more than a half of football to play. It's a 1st down.
Reports had him going to a lot of other teams, but the Ravens swooped in and surprised many by signing Beckham as a free agent. Didn't play last year as he recovered from a knee injury and gives the Ravens a weapon they haven't had at wide receiver in quite some time.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw again is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up the blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one that gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
They're going to look to throw.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now back to throw.
This pass caught. It's Woods.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Back to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. A throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's into the hands of Woods.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Gay's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped following and pick up a 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
And they run with Edwards off the option.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
He's going to try and take off with it.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson, option right, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 3rd and 12.
Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. So a good catch there by a guy who, let's face it, should not have been on the free agent wire.
I'm like you, I can't believe he was available. I bet there was a long line of teams who wanted to get him.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Jackson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. To throw is Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 33-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
To throw. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to kick it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Tackle there by Nick Cross. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson now. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe...
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. He completes it to Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Holding offense.
So they will decline that penalty, and that's going to force a 4th and goal.
Tucker's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dafe Onway showing off the pass rush skills.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he slings one that's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Jackson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got
thrown
off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar from 3 yards out.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them. But we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
2nd and 3. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Toronto.
Now back to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Woods.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Off the option, here's Edwards.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Toronto, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.